we're gonna jump right into it. Full timer reactions, the clear version without the watermark, and being a few weeks or several weeks ahead. So if you're watching episode 3, that means we're on episode 7 or 8 or even 10 on Patreon. I don't know. That's not true. But you know what I mean. We're like on, basically it's like episode 7 or episode 8 probably, if you're on episode 3. If you are interested in having early access or just supporting us, you can become a patron by clicking down below in our description box on the link for Patreon. But I'm gonna get started.
多くの理不尽、多くの無慈悲、それを神様のせいにして日々をおおらかに生きていける私は人間に優しくなんてないのだわ。
So she is not kind at all. I'm cold. Holy cow, I'm cold. I'm cold just like them. I feel like it's -6 over here. Jeez, my body. I get cold. Ooh, he won't be able to. He's gonna die. His heart's gonna stop. Yeah, she's like hiding behind that scary figure.
メソポタミアすべての人間を殺し、魂を冥府に集める。
それが女神エルシキガルが選んだ初めての自らの意志。
Right, because she's never really had her own free will from the beginning.
邪魔立てするのであれば。
What choice can she be given that is her free will but doesn't hurt others? Damn. Thank God for Mash. Yeah, this one's a tough one to figure out. Just keep on your defense. That's all for now. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Wow. I mean, Mash is just awesome. And they've got Gilgamesh, so yeah, they'll be fine. Gilgamesh is I'm so happy to see him. he needs way more screen time for sure. I do like him here better than, I think was it Fate Zero that we watched? Yeah, I like him here much better. I just love that it's like, that's not even her. But it's like, somehow she does feel like that is who she is, because she is like the goddess of death in a way. Her job is actually a wonderful job too. She helps the souls not feel lonely. Well, oh, because they're not dead. Oh, she thought they were dead. Oh. Oh, okay. Ooh.
すべての人間、すべての魂を冥界に収めるのが我が運命。それを全力で行うことに何の後悔も。
But you do have something like animosity towards this in some way because you didn't have a choice in the matter.
敗北をもって貴様の過ちを断罪する。女神としての責務を果たさんとする。
Oh no. Wow.
何が初めての選択、私の意志よ。誰も会いに来ないからって引きこもって。うるさい。今度は八つ当たり。
Oh, careful. Ishtar. Damn, she would have been crushed.
自分の楽しみも、喜びも、悲しみも、友人も、自由気ままに天をかける自分の半身を眺めてきた。そんな私に罪を問うの。
Jeez, I'm getting emotional.
ずっと一人でこの仕事をこなしてきた私の努力を誰も褒めてはくれないの。
君を褒めることはできない。
Damn.
理解してくれないのなら
褒めてくれないのなら藤丸、あなたであろうと殺すわ。
ここには何もない。魂ですら
Aw.
エレシキガルは嘘つきだ。君は本当は人間を守ろうとしている。女神エレシキガルの尊厳を。
Oh wow. Oh, I'm so thankful for Fujimaru. Because I remember in Fate Zero some of those disgusting people who were masters, and it's just like, geez. Oh my gosh. Wow. I just want to hug her and like let her know it's all right.
あなたを守る、それがマスターの願い。そして私は信じている。
Whoa.
逃げずにこなし続けた己が義務を卑下することは悪であり、その苦しみを称賛することは侮辱に他ならない。称賛されるべきは女神の成した偉業。その心の苦しみは己だけのものだろう。
どうして嘘だって思ったのかしら。
たびたび会いに来てくれてたし、いろんなことを教えてくれたし、きっと悪い女神じゃないって思ったんだ。
じゃあさっきまでの私が恐ろしい女神として振る舞っていたのは
何か理由があるんだと思って。
なんてこと今さら取り繕ったってあんたが抜けてるのなんてバレバレなの。宝石に目のくらんだ強欲女神に言われたくないんですけど。ねえ藤丸、私
What? Oh my god, this guy.
落ち着け、よく見るがいい。私が切ったものは命にあらず、あの者の同盟のちぎりなり。
Oh my god. Oh, and he was worried about you.
何かしらこのシチュエーション。
縁があるな、藤丸律か。
Wow, who is he?
お前が同盟に組みしたのは、一人でも多くの魂をこの死の国で保護するため。
それが三女神同盟に組みした真の理由か。
Jeez, I thought she died.
クタの人口900人、ウルクでの被害300人、合わせてたった1200人だ。貴様があの総監から魂を解放す
That's
れ
what I
ば、
was hoping for.
皆ひょっこり生き返るだろうよ。
どうやらあなたをその気にさせてしまったみたいだし。
ありがとう。
マスター、事実上三女神同盟はこれで決裂です。
結果的にお手柄だな、藤丸。
契約はお互い対等にフェアな状態で行うべきもの。まずは恩を返してから。
I really feel for her.
案内してくれて助かったよ。
さーて、どんなお礼をしてもらおうかしら。
エレシュキガルが貴様を恨んでいたことは気づいていたはず。
気に食わなかったからに決まってるでしょ。神々に命じられたから冥界から出られないなんて。で放っておいて外に出ればいいじゃないって、その一言を言うために会いに行ったの。何？
Gilgamesh is such an asshole.
それどうなってるのよ。
She's releasing the souls.
あんただけ簡単に帰れるのずるくない？
たわけ、これぞ徳の違いに他ならぬ。やはりないか。
What's not there?
この先、僕を上回る宝はいくらでも現れる。
Oh, like his soul? And Kiru's soul wasn't there?
ギルガメッシュを。
俺の冥界下りも3度目。そろそろ慣れたらどうだ。
But she loves him so much.
執務が溜まっておるだろう。
では
王自ら確認した上で見つからなかったと。
ああ、冥界の墓所に埋葬されたはずの
Oh, his corpse.
エルキドゥとエレシキガルの仲は悪いものではなかった。奴の礼節をもって埋葬されていたようだが、
その遺体がない。
So it means that Enkidu,
キングーはエルキドゥそのものということでしょうか。
yeah,
いや、エルキドゥの魂は
but his body could be taken and they put a new soul.
あれはエルキドゥではない。
But that's sad. That's like really, that's like disgraceful. Jeez. That one was quite emotional. Sometimes like I wanted to go back to what Gilgamesh was saying. Yeah, so bemoaning the obligations you chose to uphold dutifully is evil. So it's kind of like the woe is me type of situation is not the most dutiful thing to do. It's not, even though your obligation is difficult, complaining about it isn't very good. And to praise that pain is an insult only to yourself. What should be praised is the triumphs you achieved. I agree. The pain in your heart is for you alone. Yeah, I think that's the tough one, is because I think maybe that's why I've always felt quite connected to manga. Like, I was reading manga before I really started watching anime anyways, but it always felt like, even though I would read so many different manga and I could tell like the characters were suffering, like legitimately suffering from real things, but they always had a smile on their face. It kind of bothered me because I could, at least, it's weird because reading a manga, it's kind of like you hear all this, the inner thoughts of these characters, whereas in real life you can't read everything about everybody. You just see them and you judge them based on what they look like, what they do, how they act, how they behave. But with manga, you could hear like for example, Peach Girl was a manga I really loved, and I related to her so much, to Momo, the main character. And I remember at one point, like, she's getting bullied horrifically by the character named Sai, and finally she like hit her, and then everyone turned on Momo, even though Momo was being literally abused by this person. But it's like the one who hits first is always the one that gets in trouble, or the one who is hated, and then the person who gets hit is like the victim. And it's like, it's not fair, because she's like in pain, she's suffering because she's tan-skinned and people keep making fun of her, and her boyfriend is getting stolen from this person, or maybe from Sai, I can't remember exactly, but these types of stories happen so often, and so we get to see the backstory, so we root for those characters. And then the other people that they come across who have no idea, they react in a way that they feel is the right way to react, because they see someone getting hit, so of course they're going to comfort the one who's hit and then admonish the one who hit first. And so I always felt like, I could feel that pain, because it's just so real. And I think it helped me understand that everyone has pain, but it's also important to know, and it's something that I'm learning still as I'm 31, I'll be 32 very soon. Even though I do have a lot of pain in my heart, I've had a lot of suffering, I've had a lot of difficulties, and then having certain, deficits, just whatever it may be, like a PMDD, which is horrific. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, but a lot of women have it, and it really causes us to really be out of control during those time periods, and we can be very mean and lash out and hurt others. If you live with people, you have a family, you have a relationship, you have kids, you have friends, and depending on how bad your trauma is, it does come out in ugly ways sometimes. So seeing characters like this, it's relatable, but then it's also like important to see, like, just because you're in pain, And this is something I've been reminding myself, and it's hard because it's like it's a new habit, and forming a new habit is not easy. But when you're in pain, that's your pain. No one else has suffered the pain you've been through. So it's unfair to put that on others. But sometimes, sadly, as humans, we are human, so we have bad reactions sometimes, depending on our upbringing, how we were raised, which is why in the last few episodes ago, I did talk about, I hate the self-righteousness, because a lot of people are coming from a place of privilege, and they don't have that suffering, so they don't understand other people's responses. Sometimes they're like, you're bad, why would you react like that? Well, it's because I was beat not me, but maybe because I was beat every day since I was born for just showing emotion. I spilled milk on the carpet. I got the shit beat out of me for years. That didn't happen to me. I'm just saying as an example. So now that person grows up and becomes a scared person, a person who's on guard, that doesn't have trust because the people who were supposed to give them trust in the beginning did not give it to them. And you're lucky if you don't have those reactions, but you're then when you put that self-righteousness on, that cloak of self-righteousness, it's harmful. We should be like Fujimaru, where yes, he says, I'm not okay with what you're doing. This is not fine. But I am here to hold your hand, to let you know that with a smile. And that's what I mean. Like, so many people are so cold that type of, if someone is in so much pain, because you can see she is literally the epitome of pain. She looks like pain. She is death. She is all of it. Sadness, depression, darkness. And yet she's still beautiful. And she has a wonderful job where she keeps and guards these souls and protects them. And they are not alone. And they're with a goddess who loves them. And even though her job is hard and lonely, it is a beautiful job. But it is like a thankless job because they're literally dead, so they can't say thank you. But yeah, I feel for her. I feel for that, because that's still, to me, in my heart, I'm like, God, that's still unfair. She should have like something, like a hug. But it's beautiful that Ishtar would go and tell her, you don't have to do this, like. It also shows Ishtar's character, and then also the back and forth between them, like the yin and yang that they both are together, light and darkness, and the fact that she could see her other half living this wonderful life, and she's stuck in the behind the scenes pretty much, and she can't get her story out there. But her story is so much more important in a way than everybody else who gets to just live and do things. But her story is the most important, and she has to be strong. But it's just like I'm thankful for characters like Fujimaru who get to say, you're okay, we appreciate you, you're gonna be my friend. It's amazing, and it's amazing to have those people in your life that do support you even when you're at your lowest, because a lot of us we're just trying to fit in and figure out who we are, and we know when we have these lashing out moments, or these moments that we feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Like, even when you get into like an argument with someone, or like someone was rude to you and you yell at them or whatever it is, it doesn't feel good after the fact. I don't know. I've never felt like, I always feel kind of like, I wish I would have held it a little bit more together, because it's not fair. It's just like, I don't want, like, at the end of the day, for me personally, I don't want people to be in pain or like hurt, and I don't want to be the cause of it. But then I'm human, so I might be having a bad day, and you might do this, and like, you might be a bad driver, and then you almost hit me, or whatever it is, and so I have the reaction. But I think we need to be more like Fujimaru. We need to be more understanding. We need to be like Mash, where she's like another good person. And so I'm thankful for those people who have patience. I'm thankful for those people who have strength in themselves. And those are special people. And we just need more of them. And just know that everybody, even the people we hate the most, even the most annoying, horrific people, have a story and why they do what they do. And once we can figure that out, maybe we can make the world better. In my opinion, because what else do we do? You just have to keep going and try to put smiles on people's faces. Try to be emotional with people and relate to people. Because what else is this place for? It just becomes then an ugly place that's only about yourself. And yeah, so I appreciate manga, I appreciate anime. That's been the draw for me, being able to see other characters who I can relate to, who have the same similar pain, and seeing them overcome and seeing how they overcome it. It gives us an example. Even the Batman, we just watched that, and you can either be the Riddler or you can be the Batman and choose to be better than yourself, to always be better. And these are characters that are important for us, for everybody, adults, children, the elderly. They're here to show us that we can do stuff, and we can endure, and we can keep going forward. So that's it. This was a really beautiful episode. Thank you so much for watching with us, or with me, God, with us. I forget that Abby's not here. Thanks for watching with me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.